All right, new filter alert. And this is going to be pretty cool. So let me get started right away. I'm going to focus on just this for this video. I'm not going to jump around on a million things. This is what I'm focusing on. So I want to show you what this is. So let me hide that real quick. So let's look at Florida here. So that's Florida midday. Let's do Florida combined. All right. So if anybody is using Lotto odds, let me jump over there once. You're going to notice that he has now done some pretty cool stuff over here, and he continues to work. And he's not done yet, but check this out. So he's got the high, low, odd, even, and then the front and back pair. So I know I've explained this before. So what I did is I just basically am doing this for my SB pairs. And I just took it a step further, and I'm doing not just the front and the back, but also the AC. So I'll show you what I mean. So just as an example, again, what this is for anybody who don't know, it's not. So you add up the first two in box form. So 899. So 89, 17, 99 is 18. Add those two together, you get the sum, 35. Now you have odd even, because this one here's an odd, ends with an odd, and then this one ends with an even. So it's odd even. All right. And then it's high, high. So I mean it's obvious, but somebody might not know. So that's what this is doing. And it's nice because it can show you patterns like this was pretty obvious that high, high was due, right? I mean, but it can stay out for a while. So, but I mean, it was doing, and it did hit tonight. So it can be very useful. And then every single time you see a red, that equals an odd even or an even odd. And every time you see a yellow, that is an even even or an odd odd. So that's what this is. And I wanted to show you that. And, as you know, you can go down here to the two pair sums, and you can turn off those different variations. So you can go and load up your box numbers there, and like today was high high. So if you think high high was going to hit, you're down to 55 box numbers right away. So that was the good starting point for Florida today. So it's very useful. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring that over to my SB pairs. So the SB pairs, once again, are right here in box form. We're looking at box, and you can see yellow was actually out. And you look over here, it says yellow's out 3 draws, but it's been out 4 or 5. So, I mean, it can go out a couple more, but I would say that it probably won't go out too much longer, because you can see here that there hasn't been a yellow, double yellow, whether on the front split or the back, since the 27th of February. So I would expect the double yellows to be dropping pretty soon. And it could come in the form of a double, because this is the actual doubles. And then the last time it did drop, it was yellow, yellow on the front, yellow, yellow on the back, yellow, yellow split. So it's kind of like up in the air what it's going to be. But I think it definitely is coming. And also, just taking a quick glance at this, there hasn't been a 6 or a 7. Remember, I said that in the other video. There hasn't been a 6 or a 7 on that AB. So I'd keep an eye out for that, because look at that. I literally have not scrolled down in this tonight. I'm just did it now, and look at that. 7, 7, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7. So 6 or 7, it's not going to stay out much longer, because it drops in there pretty often. Yeah, look at that. Dang. You find a pattern in anything. So anyway, and also look at that single. I'd say single is obviously going to be probably dropping tomorrow. The key department there. But anyway, so I'm going to get back to the filters thing. So this is what we're looking at, right? So when you're looking at this in box form, you have the AB and the AC, all right? And then you have the AB and the BC. That's what I'm doing on this other page I'm about to show you. So what we're going to do is track, first of all, let's just track the AB and the AC. All right, so let's go and track that. So, okay, we're on this new page here. Thank you very much, Mike. Mike is a boss. He puts, and you know what we're going to do is we're going to put together an information page. So the information page, similar to like what I have on this one is no longer on the actual main page, but you can still follow it in here. And if you want to, I like the setup. So I'm thinking like some sort of a, like this type of a page for each thing. So the high, the low, the even odd, the even, have it all on there. So you can just come over here and just give it a copy paste if you want to. And you can do it separately. You can do them, and then you can also do them combined. You know what I'm saying? So you can make it a lot easier instead of trying to figure it out in your head as to, okay, how do I punch that into the, slasher? So I think that'll be a lot easier and more effective. So let's look at Florida right now. Okay, so same thing here. So let's look at the ABAC first. Okay. So dropping down here, we're going to see even odd. So it's the even. That was the pattern number 2 and the pattern number 15. So that was the odd. So even odd, right? Even odd. And then the total is 17. So this is the SB pairs sum 17. And then it's obviously a low, high. And I'm calling low is going to be pattern 1 all the way through 8. And then pattern 9 and higher will be considered a high. Okay, and doubles aren't tracked, as you can see here. They just drop in there. So let's just try to see if we can find a 9 here. So 9 without a double. Here you go, 9. So 9 is a high. See that? 9's a high. And then 4 is obviously a low. And then 9 is obviously an odd. 4 is obviously an even. So that's what you're tracking. You're tracking the pattern numbers, not the actual draw number. Okay. Very, very different. You got to remember that. This is tracking the pattern numbers, not the draw number. If you want to track the draw number like that, then a lot of odds would be a good place to do that. Okay, this is actually tracking the actual. Okay, mine is not tracking that. Mine is tracking the pattern number. So I think it's going to be very useful, actually. I think it's going to be gold. It's going to be double platinum. So check it out. So we have ABBC. So I'm going to track that too. I'm not tracking ACBC because I just don't feel the need for that one. But these two here should go. This is only box form. Remember that. This is going off of the box form. There's not a straight one right now. I'd like to really test this sucker for a while, before a straight one maybe. But anyway, so AB, AC, BC, this is just a total. As you can see, the total for that. Remember, these here are not based on this. These are based on these pattern numbers. Okay. And remember the information page, the main information page. Drop down. Here they are, single box pair pattern right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So through 8 is going to be low, and then 9 through 15 is high. Okay. That's what we're doing here. So I just want to make that very clear as to what this is. So there's no like, oh, what does this mean? I mean, if you have questions, let me know. But, so, hey, let's just, like I said, I'm going to break this down so that you can say, all right, I want to play all the lows in the front. Then you don't have to go. I'm going to put all those into a thing so they can be on a chart so you can just copy and paste. It's going to be so much easier. But let's just, for an example, let's just look at Florida right now. So Florida, we're going to say a single. Okay. So let's go ahead. And I already started it here, so I'm going to show you what I did. So this is what I got right now for Florida. All right, I got down to 33. And how I did that is, remember, none of this stuff means anything right now because that's all X'd out. Just right now, this is what means something. So right now I have AB as 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have it as a high. Okay. So I have the AB as a high because looking at this, I determined that it looks like a high is going to drop in here. Okay, now these are going to match. See that? The AB on both of these is going to match, all right, but not the other one. The other one is going to be for the AC. This one's going to be for the BC, okay? To make sure you remember that. So, but I do think it looks like a high is due. Now, it could come as a high high, it could come as a high low, all right? Now, high high is the most due in both categories. So, it'd be interesting to, once the information page is up, you'll be able to say, okay, this one hits more than this one and yada, yada. But I would say, just looking at it, just eyeballing it here, it could be a high on the front and I'm going to say an odd on the BC. So that's what I did here. So I did the high 9 through 15, not distinguishing even or odd. I just did them all. And then remember, these are the pattern numbers. And then for the next one, I did the BC. Okay. And you don't have to do anything else, but just put this in right here. Okay. Because it's already on box form. So, and then what you're doing, just make sure you have it on box. Okay. Just make sure you have this on pick 3 boxed. Don't do this in straight form because it will not be right. So what you're doing now for the BC, I said an odd. So I got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 15. Now I have them all because I'm not really sure if that back one's going to drop as a low or a high because it's just kind of up in the air right there. Now, if you switch it over to midday, you might be able to see something, but not really. It's really mixed, so I'm not going to mess with it. And I went to the wrong state. All right. Now you could look at the general and see also that can kind of just give you a quick glance of it instead of trying to break it down if you don't want to. But this is going to be just freaking fantastic. I think so. Thank you, God. And then, what's going on with Florida anyway? Man, I guess I should stop and just take a look. Insane. Probably shouldn't even be trying to predict anything in this state. So that's what I got right there. And that's all I did. High on the front, AB for my patterns, and then a odd on the BC. So voila, 33 box numbers. Not really that much effort. So, and regardless, that's a good start. And you know what? That's a pattern to follow because you know that soon there's going to be an odd and a high coming up. All right, high, odd. Look at high, odd. Okay, looking at that A and that C on the end there. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm just looking. I'm trying to think here. Because this one here is an even. This is an odd. Yeah, I do think that's about to drop. So hopefully this makes sense. And if you see big gaps, like 4 or 5 reds, it's going to switch to a yellow. Then that tells you right away that it's going to be. Remember, the yellow is going to be a high high, or it's going to be a low low. No, I'm sorry, a high high or a high low. Okay. And then the red will be a low low or a, wait, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be doing that. I meant to say that the yellow is even or odd, and then the red is a even odd or a odd even. So like I said, an information page detailing all this fun stuff. It's going to be so much easier to just be able to take a glance there and you'll know exactly what's what. Okay, I'll have everything set up really nicely. And then let's just take a look here. So no double. This is what I got there. Haven't done nothing else. We're already down to 33. What is going on in Florida? Key 1 or 6. I like it. Same V-track. 1 or 6. I think that's a solid bet. So I'm going to go up to my keys here. I'm going to select a 1 or a 6. And that's going to drop us down to 21. And I wanted to also show you that on the roulette page, there has not been a 1, or I should say a red on the front. Very due coming up. So if you think that 1's going to drop, then it's going to be one of these patterns right here on the front. And a lot of times it's a lower digit on the front, but we'll just go ahead and grab all 3 of them. And I'm going to put this in as AB. Don't worry if you have it on pre-sorted or box. It's going to give you the same on this one. So just drop those in there. And now we're going to be down to 2 numbers. Probably shouldn't be filtering too much more. So there you go. 2 numbers. That's my prediction for tomorrow based on what I just did. 156 and 158. So we got a sum 12. I hate missing that one. And then we have what is that, 16? 15. All right. 15. So 12 or 15. So what's going on in the sums department right now? And let's go ahead and bump this sucker down to about 60. Let's go down to 50. There's a 16. That's not what we're looking for. Let's look at Florida midday alone. Not that this means everything, because, man, these sums can go out forever. Chasing sums drives me nuts. So I shouldn't even be looking at it. And honestly, I've been noticing that I think 25 to 60 is a good place to set this. Maybe not 25, but like 60. I think 101 would be good in here too. So this isn't really showing me too much. What we should do is let's look at the SB pairs and see what's going on there. I'm going to be sorting everything here and cleaning everything up and be really focused. And let's jump over to the SB pairs. 14 is out combined. 11. Let's see if there's anything midday that looks farther out. Wow. 14, 6, and 11. I like that. 14, 6, and 11. One of those should be coming up here. 14, 6, and 11. Let's just see if that takes away my numbers. 14, 6, and 11. Oh boy, here we go. Dang. Well, hopefully one of those don't hit. We could actually throw in 7 because that's in the top 3 for a combined. So maybe that will come back. Redeem it. Come on. Dang it. Well, hopefully one of those don't hit. That I would say tomorrow. Or maybe there won't be a red tomorrow on that front. Been out for a while. That would give you that right there. So, yeah. And I liked my original assessment anyway. So 10. So I got 10 numbers there, but I like 156 and 158 as well. So those are a couple different options you could do. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to play it. I'm just giving this as an example. So, and I say a single for sure that's coming up. But hopefully this makes sense. And like I said, an information page will really help you. I'm going to keep this under 20 minutes. I'm going to shut her down right now before I start rambling. So anyway, so have a good day, and I'll explain a little bit more as I get the information page up and stuff. So